Billin, Uptown Murph.
Top Billin villains.
All right, y'all, a little quick check here. I'm not going to spend long on this Russian defense stuff. You guys should already know what's going on, right? All gaps covered. That needs to be the deal there. I do believe the Seattle Seahawks have the personnel to be able to stop the run. Some of these guys are just playing hero ball. But I will say this, Ernest Jones, as advertised, just like I said, right, that dude is a tackling machine. He is definitely one of these guys that can make a difference, right? But it starts up front, right? Your linebackers can only do so much. They need help up front. And a lot of the times these guys just aren't helping, despite the fact that it's some really good personnel up front, some notable names. And I can't believe Ernest Jones is being passed around like one of them Kardashian sisters. He needs a long-term deal somewhere. Look at this, Yaka. What are we doing here? What I tell you about mirroring in his technique? Look at that. He mirrors exactly what the running back is going to do, right? Working with these zone plays. He's running a zone play as a defender. What happens right here is you get good gap, right? You still have your contain. You still have your guy who's in the B gap, A gap guy. And all gaps just need to be covered. There needs to be someone being accountable for what's going on. Right? That's good run defense. You can't listen. You have to practice gap sentence. You can't be in another man's gap. I done said this shit 10,000 times right there. But Ernest Jones does a good job of filling backside there, comes out the other end of it. And of course, perfect tackling technique by this dude. This dude is just the truth to me, man. I love players who tackle like this. They're not always trying to just hit, right? But there are some other players on the team who need to adhere to that type of stuff there, but we can get into that a little bit. A couple of things. I noticed people getting on Jerome Baker, who I think is a very good player. That could very well work out for both teams, that trade with Jones and Baker. Because you can believe Baker is a very good coverage linebacker, whereas your boy Ernest Jones ain't that. That's not going to be his deal right there. I see that they actually put Ernest Jones at the Mike backer and moved Tyrell Dotson off to the wheel. So who is that an indictment of there, right? They moved Tyrell Dotson out of his spot as well. So you got to keep that in mind. And you got to know that this, right? You can have all gaps covered, do all this and that, and still not make a play because people just aren't tackling well, right? So let's check out this play right here. You see Devin Witherspoon, right, bringing up the rear. Look at him missing a tackle. James Cook off to the races. Kobe Bryant has the help on the third level, right? Now check this out right here. This time, moving front side here. Where's the feel? Where's the feel right here? Right? On this one, Ernest Jones probably needed to be a little bit more aggressive, right? Or somebody needed to have gotten off a block here because if you can see multiple players, 3-on-3 here. Somebody needs to stack and share the block, right? Somebody's getting doubled right here. That's just a numbers game, right? If all of that has happened, somebody has to fill, right? So that'll be on both of those guys. You see them angling off, being able to wall Ernest Jones off backside. So the play side defenders here aren't getting off blocks. They're making it easy for a James Cook there. And then you got Devin Witherspoon, right? He was running. And, yeah, at the very least, he could have probably stopped the play. He goes up super high and gets slung off like we've seen quite a bit this year, right? I got to say it. Devin Witherspoon is not playing that good a ball to me, right? Besides the fact that he's boogaloo stripping right here, right? He's getting his breakdance on. He's not that played that well to me, right? He doesn't seem very impactful. He seems like an ordinary player to me, right? So here's the pitfalls right there of having somebody drafted that high and having them play nickel. To me, he's been outshined by guys off the street and everything there, but tackling has been bad. Gap stance has been bad. Sometimes the scheme is a little wonky, right? I've seen slanting. It feels like unnecessary, slanting to the wrong side and all that stuff, right? A lot of stuff they got to clean up, but it seems like stuff that can be cleaned up. I want you to check out the dichotomy of these next two plays. This is very good run defense here. Get contain here. You get Byron Murphy getting off a block there. Everybody gets in on the action. We'll slow it down here. When I talk about all gats covered, you get Hankins in the game. So Hankins usually does a pretty good job there. They're working some of those combo blocks. So everyone ends up being singled up. for the most part there, especially working play side. James Cook seemingly has nowhere to go. You get a two gap from your boy Hankins here. He's two gapping. You can see how all the gaps are being aligned right here, front side there. Same deal here. Ernest Jones, right here. Backside cut off. And you got somebody probably going to climb up to the great Kobe Bryant, slam dunk giant. I'll play the cool, slam no try. You get, look at that. All gaps covered. Everybody's being disciplined with their approach. So, absolutely perfect there. Draymond Jones, that was Draymond Jones on the edge right here. Now, look at this. Very similar play. Looking at the personnel here, we have to see when we get up there. All right, so Murphy and Reed. But look at that. Nobody shuts it off front side there, and James Cook's able to get front side on this particular run, get play side. So he doesn't have to cut it back right here. People are doing a great job on the back end. You see Leonard Williams holding up here. You get Murphy, Jones, Dodson, but what do you see here? Your man Boye Mafe, right? Damn good football player trying to be a hero. Instead of keeping contained, he slides outside, which allows him to be walled off by your man Deion Dawkins here, and then James Cook's able to press it front side. Had he stayed there, he would funnel back more, just like Jones did for Murphy, but he allows for Reed not to be able to get there. So Reed has obviously one arm probably being held right here, which usually happens. One arm free, and it's going to be tough to kind of make a tackle with somebody going that wide there, as opposed to having being turned in there. Like I said before, everybody has an assignment. You can't play hero ball. Don't be in another man's gap. Don't try to be a damn hero. Boye Mafe trying to be a hero set that run up when it could have been stopped much earlier. Once again, look at Ernest Jones. You can see his ability to work in sanitation, right? Look at that. Sanitation worker able to get to Josh Allen. Some people will get caught up and hung up on the block like an old head. Not this guy. All right? Good job right here, filling the gap, being patient, encounters. Looks like Dawkins pulling from his tackle position there. Not worried about that. Stands his ground, the stand your ground law, and is able to get to Josh Allen there. Definitely a hell of a pickup at the Mike backer position there. I wonder if the long-term answer is not Dodson at the weak side position, but your guy Knight. And he got a lot of playing time earlier. I wonder how that works out next season if they keep or they opt to keep Ernest Jones. I like Knight a lot. Last one right here. Byron Murphy had a 2-eye. I normally like it when Hankins is there, but obviously when Hankins is there, it has to be a rundown, right? Even though I think he can give you some pass rush as well. He's done that before in the past, but definitely more of a run defender. Byron Murphy obviously balanced enough to be both, but having him at a 2-eye and a one technique as they play him, yeah, sometimes I notice a little bit of trouble there, right? He's not the biggest person there, right, pause, but it's the fact that he's going to attract that double. When you're down that low of a technique alignment, that's the person who you double. That's how blocking schemes work there. So Hankins catching a double and having Byron Murphy being singled up, I think is much better. But you see right here, Byron Murphy on roller skates on ice. It's a tough one right there, right? They pinch down on him, right? Down block on him. I'm sorry, in his own play. So they combo up on him into Jones there, gives that an excellent opportunity for the organic crease to form for James Cook there. And you can see it forming there, especially with your man being washed away like rain right here. Cook does a good job of navigating that. He's a really good running back. Been covering him a long time, right? Or covered him back in the day when he was in high school up until the University of Georgia. He's a very special running back. He fits that Bills offense to a T there. So tough one there. Sometimes it's about getting off blocks, man. Right? The other team is playing football too. This is what I want people to understand, right? You can do a lot of shit well, and then somebody just do it better. They're professional football players on the other side as well. Just more times than not, though, you want to be disciplined in your approach, and you want to work within that approach. So, like I said before, say it with me. Don't be in another man's gap. At the very least, don't do that. Sometimes watch your over pursuit and all that jazz there. But let me know what you think, man. A lot of people talking about the personnel. Other people, on the other hand, talking about the scheme. So let me know what you guys think there, man. And as always, quick shout out to BetUS. Make sure you get on over to BetUS. 150% bonus on your first deposit. 125% on your next two. There you have it right there, up to $2,000. All you have to do is enter the promo code YouTube150. Do that for me. Enter the promo code YouTube150 at BetUS. Get 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next two. All right? Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.